Welcome to another weekly market report. Kristen Mason Coreas here to share with you the data for the greater DC metro area. And this is data as of February 23rd. Let me start. I feel like a broken record because I've been talking about this a lot lately, but in case this is your first time checking in to see what is happening with the housing market in the DC metro area, there is concern out there. And frankly, there's been misinformation out there about panic basically, and horrible news in regards to the DC metro area housing market. That is not true. If you have seen posts and information saying that the sky is falling for the DC metro area real estate market, that is not true. The data, I look at it week over week over week, and that's not what we're seeing. Now, that said, I am concerned. There are a lot of people losing their jobs, and when people lose their jobs, they're not going to buy homes, and they might sell homes, and affordability becomes even more of a challenge. And so I am concerned that there will be an impact. I am watching it closely, and however, not yet are we seeing or any reason to panic at this moment in time. That said, let me share with you the data that we have here for the greater DC metro area, which includes the inner suburbs of Arlington, Alexandria, Fairfax, and Falls Church, in addition to Loudoun County, Frederick, Montgomery, and Prince George's. So that kind of nexus around DC metro area, where again, there are going to be a lot of federal employees who live here and commute into DC and or jobs around the DC metro area. Showings are down from a year ago by 10%, but up from a week ago by 20%. So showings are up, people. That means buyers are still out there looking at properties, and that's what we would normally see this time of year. More buyers coming out into the market. Why is it down from a year ago? I don't have the answer to that. Interest rates are about the same as they were a year ago. And so, maybe that's related to what's happening in the federal government. I don't have that answer. Now, last week, if you watched, both showings were down and purchase contracts were down. And I think if we do continue to see both showings down and contracts down week over week over week, that is when I would say there is reason to pause and reason to concern. We're not exactly there yet. Purchase contracts are also down 8% from a year ago, but flat, essentially up 0.6% from a week ago. So there were, a touch more contracts written than the prior week. Median time to contract is actually longer by 1 day compared to a year ago, but shorter by 3 days compared to a week ago, which is interesting. So buying homes faster are what buyers are doing compared to the week before. And new listings are up 15.8% from the year before and up 21.7% from the week before. That is what we would normally see this time of year, especially after all the snow that we had. People who might have been planning to list in when we had snow might not have listed then and are listing now. And so we are entering the spring season of real estate. And so that's why we would expect this time of year to see more listings week over week. And then jumping ahead to active listings, up almost 25% from a year ago and up 4% from a week ago. That is a trend we have been seeing for about a year now. Inventory increasing, and yet we still do not have, frankly, we have not had enough inventory for the amount of demand that we have had. So again, basically our market right now is relatively healthy. Median list price, the last thing that I like to talk about here, is up 2.4% compared to a year ago and up 5% from a week ago. So in the data here, for the larger DC metro area, from the data of our Bright MLS here in the area, we are not seeing reason to panic. We are not seeing the misinformation that you might have seen out there. So if you or anyone wants more information about what is happening, in fact, in the market in the DC metro area, reach out to me anytime. You can schedule. Down below at the bottom of my email, you'll see a link, or if you're watching this on YouTube, down below, you'll see a link to schedule a time with me, or just reach out, 571-210-1866. You can call me or text me at that number, or email Kristen@homesbymason.com. So thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, or week, and hope to see you next week. Take care.